First, the headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh warns to surrender all drug smugglers at the earliest. Mau Maram community extends support to government's War on Drugs 2.0 campaign. One non-Manipuri killed, 4 injured in an IED exploded inside a community hall in Khongjom today early morning. And India sees rise in active COVID-19 cases, 2,706 test positive in last 24 hours. Positivity rate up at 0.97%. Hello, welcome to ELITETV, your English news bulletin. I'm your host Deemita. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when not in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today said that his government will not spare a single drug smuggler and encroachers at government's protected lands and forests, and warned Valleys-based drug peddlers to come forward and surrender at the earliest. If done so, no actions will be taken up against them. Chief Minister N. Biren made the statement during a conference with the leaders and the representatives of Mau Maram community who have come together at CM Secretariat in support of the government's War on Drugs 2.0 campaign. Speaking in the press conference held with the leaders and representatives of Maram Union, Maram Women Union and the Maram Students Union, Chief Minister N. Biren further compared smuggling drugs with earning money by killing someone. Government War on Drugs campaign is not against a particular community but for the future of the young generations, he said, adding that the people of Maram support the government's War on Drug campaign in all Mau Maram tribes inhabited jurisdictions area of Manipur is highly appreciated. Their support will strengthen the campaign much more, he believes, Chief Minister said. On the other hand, Chief Minister N. Biren maintained that the state government will initiate to promote handloom and handicraft of Maram Kulen, PHC, SEO office, police stations, and water-related problems of Maram Kulen at the earliest.
I personal friend circle, Panopa, Kamasana, players, Leva, Machine Miro, the National City Canada, Environment Canada, Miami, City Canada, Top of View, and once again, a Maram is not Yapunaba, Maruin Observation, Masi, I get in the place of Sarai. Otherwise, Sona, who be many and I'm not aware of the commission. Rusida, I enjoy when it's way the one that Araba, Iba, the Manaba, the Patanaba, Sati, Magi, Mafai, Maitanaba, Patanaba, Roy, and the Warren Observer, solely the general department, Aduna, Marambi, Boston Haniba, Green Manipur, Sindi by Super Forest, and we observe the Simatum Haya, Aduna, Nuraga, Green Manipur, Warren, and the other.
At least one non-Manipuri was killed while 4 other non-Manipuris were reported injured after a suspected powerful IED exploded inside a community hall located at Sapo Mayai Lekai, Khongjom under Khongjom police stations in Thoubal district today morning. According to police report, the powerful IED exploded around 1:14 a.m. at the community hall where some non-Manipuri persons engaged by water tank constructions companies, Koya and GCKC were staying. The deceased had been identified as Pankaj Mahato, 21 years, son of Nirmal Mahato from Khairatabad, West Bengal, while the injured person has been identified as Arup Mandal, 30 years, son of Balram Mandal, South 24 Pragana district, Sovik Patra, 18 years, son of Bablu Patra from North 24 Praganas, Apurba Mandal, 25 years, son of Samapado Mandal from South 24 Pragnas, and Rajesh Ramanik, 19 years, son of Krishno Ramanik. They are reported to be from West Bengal. All 5 of them were immediately evacuated to Thawal Hospital, where Pankaj Mahato succumbed to his injuries. The injured person were later referred to Janims Hospital, the report said. The sport has been kept cordoned for forensic inspections, and a case has been registered at Khongzong police stations for further necessary action. A team of Kakching District Commando Unit along with Ladi police personnel recovered 1.54 kg of suspected opium from 2 individuals coming in a white Bolero bearing registration number MN01G8414 during regular frisking and checking at Suknu Iron Bridge along Suknu Churachandpur Inter-Village Road yesterday around 2 p.m. The 2 arrested individuals have been identified as the Hankomang Haukip, 37 years, son of Ngangdem Haukip of Hansi Village, Tolbung Chandal, presently residing at Semol Village, Churachandpur, and T. Hatnu Haukip, 30 years, wife of T. Holkomang Haukip, 30 years, of Hansi Village, Tolbung Chandal. The seized items along with the arrested individuals have been handed over to Suknu police stations for further legal actions, police source said. A surprise cordon and a search operation was conducted yesterday at Jain Mandir of Pauna Bajar area, covering BT Road Stretch, Pratap Crossing, Imagaitel and Masajid areas by a team of Imphal West Commando. The search operation was conducted from 4:25 p.m. to 4:55 p.m., in which around 80 individuals rounded up from the said areas were verified properly. No one was picked up during the search operation. The All Assam Manipuri Youths Associations yesterday organized one-day All Assam Manipuri People's Convention SCUM, the Precious Day 2022 at Rajiv Bhavan, Silchar, Assam. The convention, which was chaired by KSA Skundal, Chief Advisor AAMYA, and moderated by Khuraizam Athoba, Vice President IPSA, Kangleipak, Manipur unanimously resolved various resolutions after 3 hours of long discussions approved by members who attended the convocation. The resolved resolutions are members presently unanimously resolve to demand and support the demand for political autonomy of Manipur under the leaderships of AAMYA, any other club, organizations or committee intending to pursue the demand for political autonomy for Manipuris in Assam are appealed to join hands with AAMYA to streamline the movement with one voice and one objective, and to urge the Chief Minister of Manipur to pursue the Assam government to table the Manipuri Autonomous Council bill in the forthcoming Assam Assembly sessions, said Khuraijam Athoba, Vice President IPSA, Kangleipak, Manipur. The Joint Action Committee Boarder of Meghalaya, Jegbom, reiterated their stance not to accept the second phase verifications of the border disputed areas under Rate Nongtung of Block 1 and a Block 2 area under Meghalaya until the MOU signed by the Meghalaya and Assam government with the Union Minister is revoked, such declare many parts of the Meghalaya being surrendered to Assam. The decisions of Jegbom was unanimously taken during the public meeting held at Maulanai village, in which the committee has invited and called all the representatives of the border villages to take their views and concern over the second phase verification, which the state government of Assam and Meghalaya will be conducting soon at Block 1 and Block B areas before the decisions of settlement of the permanent border and to waive away the border tension. The public meeting held at Maulasnai was attended by the Jegbom chairman Arvind K. Sunga, Mohati constituency MDC Charles Munger, and the leaders of different social organizations including UHM, HANM, KSU, MYF, RBYO, and the representatives of the 18 villages under Block 2 areas. Informing the media, Arvind K. Sutgang said that after the thorough discussions where the views and the desire of the representatives of border villages under Block 1 were heard, the decisions were taken that whatsoever it may take, the Jegbom along with the people of border villages will not accept and will not extend any support towards the second phase verifications of boundary between Meghalaya and Assam states. Sutga also expressed that the decisions to oppose the MOU signed by the two states government of Assam and Meghalaya signed and submitted to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, which decided to accept all the reports of boundary settlement held in the first phase, referring that many parts of Meghalaya will be surrendered to Assam, which also received several oppositions from the local villagers. India sees an increase of 611 cases in the active COVID-19 case load in a span of 24 hours. The country now has 17,698 active cases of coronavirus. Active cases comprises 0.04% of the total infections. In the last 24 hours, India lodged 2,706 new cases of COVID-19 and 25 deaths, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare informed. The fresh infections reported were 4.5% lower than 2,828 cases reported yesterday. The country's total tally of COVID-19 cases has now risen to 4,31,55,749. As per the Health Ministry, the daily COVID-19 positivity rate reported today was 0.97%, more than 0.60% lodged a day ago. The weekly positivity rate was at 0.58%. The cumulative death due to COVID-19 in the country has climbed to 5,24,611. The data updated by Health Ministry showed as many as 2,070 patients recuperated from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, increasing the total recoveries to 4,26,13,440. The national COVID-19 recovery rate was 98.74%. According to Indian Council of Medical Research, 278,267 samples were tested for COVID-19 in India. Since the start of pandemic, 85,77,409 samples have been tested for COVID-19 in the country. The nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive was started in India on 16 January 2021. Since then, more 193.31 crore vaccine doses had been administered in India. As per the Health Ministry latest data, 2,28,823 doses of COVID-19 vaccines were given out to beneficiaries in the last 24 hours. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Haksang Fanalaisi Nungai Hingminasi, thyroid, bile, heart naba, kidney danung laiba, stress amadi anxiety, BP, sugar wangba phan mangamba, side effect like taba food supplement pangbigani. Excellent award pangkraba stem cell ahoma mamal dasu pangbigani. Pangpam Keba Herbal Health Center, Kurai Lamlongtong, phone number 961298986.
Iramdam asidasu anauba oina world class machine sizinaduna 20 steps refining eye testing ki facility fanghanjari. Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals, Kurai Lamlong Bazaar, Tinchit Road, Imphal East.
Adom-gidamakta khudongchaba asi pijari. Adom-gi mit lemna test tawjari amasung adom-gi chanaba chunaba lens sing amadi frame singda chada kun fawgi discount pijari. Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals, Kurai Lamlong Bazaar, Tinchit Road, Imphal East.
Admission open, Apollo Academy the course amadi CBSE na lawba class 11 amadi 12 science ki admission hosere. Subject offer na physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, English, Maitai Mayek amadi home science ni. Class na nutil kung mari ga minute tara mga dagi taret makai fawba ngay mapan tagi hosere kani. Loina na Common Universities Entrance Test CUET 2022 ki admission shoot hosere. Class na ngay mapan tagi hosere kani. Class 12 pass amadi appearing students na class asigi kudong jaba lawi ho. Loina na nupama cha amadi Deemita sintagi oiba tongan ba hostel gi facility su exari aku pamarol gi jamak 8258013846 natraga Apollo Academy Kwakatel ngar amuko office.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. One-day discussion in support of war on drugs organized by Khagembam Indra Kumar, Sunday campaigner and also state and national teachers awardee was held yesterday at Kumbi Sandhong Upper Primary School. The discussion was held in a view of the rising selling of drugs for some profits, youths becoming addicted to drugs and drugs overdoses related deaths in the last few days in Kumbi municipality areas. The discussion was attended by Kumbi Ward Number 1 Caretaker Councillor, former Kumbi Municipal Council Vice Chairperson Loitongwam O Babita Devi, previous Vice Chairperson of the Council, and Kumbi Ward Number 9 Caretaker Councillor Wahengbam Bobichan Luang, and Kumbi Apunba Nupilup General Secretary Khangemam Ongbi Nandini Devi as a Presidium member. Kumbi Police Station's Officer in Charge Inspector Hussein Ahmad, different clubs, voluntary organizations in Kumbi municipality areas, leaders of different women organizations, teachers, leaders of student body, and many social workers also attended the discussion. Assistant Professor Wahengbam Bisheshwar, Kumbi Apunba Nupilu Founder President Wahengbam Jamini Devi, Society for Disabled Persons, Kumbi Secretary Nongmaithem Iboton, Manipur Rural Bank, Kumbi Branch Bank Mitra Khangebam Gozendro, and other renowned persons laid down their opinion during the discussions. Several resolutions were also passed during the discussions and formed network against drug abuse NADA Kumbi to curb drug maniac in the Kumbi municipality area. National Youth Awardee Khangebam Lila Chandra Singh, Kumanthem Ongbi Bina Devi, and Khangebam Ongbi Nandini Devi were elected as President, Secretary, and Treasurer of NADA. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has released benefits under the PM Cares for Children scheme today at 10:30 a.m. via video conferencing. The Prime Minister will transfer scholarships to school-going children. A passbook of PM Cares for Children and health card under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana was handed over to children during the program. PM Cares for Children scheme was launched by the Prime Minister on 29 May last year to support children who have lost both the parents or legal guardians or adoptive parents or surviving parent to COVID-19 pandemic during the period from 11 March 2020 to 28 February 2022. The objective of this scheme is to ensure comprehensive care and protections of the children in a sustained manner by providing them boarding and lodging, empowering them through education and scholarships. The scheme will equip them with financial support of 10 lakh rupees on attaining 23 years of age and ensuring their well-being through health insurance. A portal named pmcaresforchildren.in was launched to register details of the children. The portal is a single window system which facilitates approval process and all other assistance for beneficiaries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also interacted with orphans across the country through video conferencing today morning. The International Day of UN Peacekeepers is being observed today. For the past 2 decades on this day, UN peacekeepers, also known as Blue Helmets, are remembered by the world for their roles in promoting security, peace and stability. More than 1 million UN peacekeepers have taken part in 72 such operations since 1948. This year, the theme is People, Peace, Progress, the Power of Partnerships. India has played a key role in UN peacekeeping operations. It sent doctors and nurses to Congo in 1960 and then all-women team to Liberia in 2008. UN Resident Coordinator in India, Shombi Sharp, lauded India's role and said its core democratic ideals and values are a testimony of its capacity. Mr. Sharp cited how the Indian contingents made excellent contributions in South Sudan. An Indian lady officer was awarded one of the most prestigious medals for her exemplary courage. On the International Day of UN Peacekeepers, External Affairs Minister Dr. H. Jaishankar today saluted the courage and dedications of the brave men and women who carry out UN peacekeeping around the world. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar remembered the peacekeepers who have made the supreme sacrifice in the cause of peace. The Nepal Army today located the site where a Nepalese private airlines plane crashed on Sunday. Search and rescue troops have physically located the plane crash site. Details will be followed, the Nepal Army spokesperson said in a tweet. Tara Air's 9 NAET twin-engine aircraft with 22 people on board, including 4 Indians, was found crashed in Kowang village of the Mustang district hours after it went missing in the mountainous district on Sunday morning. Earlier today, Nepal Army said rescue efforts to search for plane for Tara Air was resumed. Yesterday, all the helicopters deployed for the search of the crashed aircraft was called off after the snowfall in Mustang district. According to information given by the locals to Nepal Army, the Tara Air plane crashed at the mouth of the Lamchi River under the landslide of Manapati Himal. Army spokesperson Narayana Silwal said that the Nepal Army was moving towards the site from the ground and air route. Yesterday morning, the twin-engine aircraft flying from Pakora to Jomsom at 9:55 a.m. had lost contact after reaching the Leyte area of Mustang, said the airport authorities. As per the state TV, the missing aircraft was hosting 4 Indians among others. More than 500 Ukrainian children who fled the war without their parents are stuck waiting in limbo across Europe after applying to Homes for Ukrainian schemes, sources working closely with the Home Office say. Most are teenagers who thought that they would be eligible and have British families waiting to house them, but have heard nothing from the Home Office. Many have been waiting for 2 months or more without an answer due to indecisions about how to handle their case. Some are alone in Europe, having left home thinking that they would soon be joining a British family that is ready to welcome them. Others are with adult siblings or family friends who have been made legal guardians but still have no permissions to come. About 25 unaccompanied children were allowed into Britain during the first 2 weeks for the Homes for Ukraine scheme and ended up in care as a result, sources say. Though the policy now has children cannot travel without their parents unless they are with the legal guardians, the Home Office has not been offering a decisions or solutions to all those who applied before this was set out. Even teenagers traveling with adults who have been made legal guardians by their parents are among those caught up in the deadlock. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in on 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now let's take a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Biren Singh wants to surrender all drug smugglers. Mao Maram community extends support to government's War on Drugs 2.0 campaign. One non-Manipuri killed, 4 injured in an IED exploded inside a community hall in Khongzom today early morning. And India sees rise in active COVID-19 cases, 2,706 test positive in last 24 hours. Positivity rate up at 0.97%. And that's all for today's 3 p.m. English News. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great day.